Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Brian, for those of you that don't know, as I've had quite an awful lot of subscribers since the last update, so thank you again. Anyway, not a great deal has happened to the layout since the last update, mostly because of the fact I'm still doing a lot of DIY work around the house, and also I've changed my job just recently also. But anyway, for those of you that follow me on my Facebook group, you will know that I recently held a competition for the chip that I'd found in the pannier tank that I bought from the Telford Model Shop. Anyway, one lucky winner won the chip, knowing full well that I had no idea whether it would work or not. Although there were no signs of burning to indicate the chip had been burned out, there were 2 wires missing on it. Anyway, chip was subsequently posted off, and I will leave you with the lucky winner to tell you as to whether it did actually work or not. So I'll see you in a minute.
About 4 or 5 weeks ago, Facebook friend Brian Finn won a Hornby pannier tank for £5. Unbeknownst to him, there was a decoder in it. So we had a little competition amongst the Facebook group. Send a picture in of what locomotive you would put this decoder in if you were to win it. So I entered and I put my dad's A4 in, which is on DC. I'm in the garden, I currently run DCC in the garden. Anyhow, there was 2 of us that won the competition, so it came down to guess the price of how much Brian paid for it, which was £5. I put the correct answer in. Last weekend I fitted the decoder into my dad's old A4 Hornby engine, which should be coming into view about now. So there it is running.
So congratulations, Paul Thompson. I'm so glad that that chip works, and your A4 looks absolutely fantastic running around your garden layout. So I hope it lasts a while for you. Please keep me updated as to how it's going, and in the meantime I'll take you around the layout and show you what I've been up to.
Here's the first control switch.
These two switches here control the isolating tracks on Finnerton Central. We have 2 additional holes here. There will be a third, and those would be for the 3 points at this end of Finnerton Central, which is this one here. Excuse the mess. Here's the second control panel. This one has 7 switches, all operating each and every single one of the points in this corner, and they all work. So yeah, every single one of them works. Show the far one. Beautiful. Every single one of them work. Next on the agenda is going through all of these wires here. These are all the wires for the isolating tracks on the fiddle yard, and also the point. These are all the wires for the points in this section. And this section has 8 points in total. Okay, so those have all still yet to be tested. Still debating as to whether to have the control for these 2 points here over on this side or not. I'm not too sure yet. I don't know whether they're going to end up being on that control panel or on that control panel there. That's in the next video. This has been tested, but I haven't run it on track yet. So when I do the running session later on, we will test this to see whether it actually does run or not. I need to find a new locomotive for these 2 coaches here, and I will get more of these as well to add to that rake. Hopefully a class 37 or a class 47 to run those. Over here we have the 2 Pullman coaches with the light up tables. I will be buying some Hunt couplings for those because most of the couplings on these have broken. In fact, I only have 1 coupling that does work. All the other ones were missing. I have tried to repair this one already by putting a standard coupling on to the bogie, but it doesn't quite reach far enough to join with this one. Plus, of course, this one is also a narrow one. So the only solution to this problem I can find is to either buy new ones from Hornby. I could if I wanted to, but on further looking at these couplings, I've noticed, get you in here, these are extremely flimsy. I mean, how thin is that plastic there? Look. It's no wonder why all the other ones broke. So I won't be replacing these with the Hornby ones. I do not like that at all. I have no idea what Hornby were thinking when they built these, but that is absolutely awful. It really is. So yeah, I think the only solution to this problem is buy Hunt couplings for these. But one thing I do want to know, and I will be asking them, is, and I'll bring these ones in here. Now I know I can buy Hunt couplings for this particular model of Pullman, and I know I can buy the Hunt couplings for this type of Pullman. But what I want to know is, are the 2 couplings compatible with one another so that I can actually attach these to the same rake as those. So I'll be getting in touch with Western Wagon Works and asking them that question, and then hopefully I should be making a purchase from them. In other news, I've replaced these two tracks here up to this point here. I found that the join here was very tight. It was as if it was going around and then it would just suddenly go off, and a lot of trains were decoupling or derailing at this point here. So what I've done is I've taken them both out and I've put two new pieces in. I've still yet to trim them off on the edges here and realign them with the drop down section, so I'll be doing that next. But other than that, that is pretty much almost ready to go. One other thing I didn't show you as well is this is my plug socket. The plug is on the drop down section, and over here you can see what I've done for the pins is I've used pieces of Trek for each pin, so that when I plug it in, the other chock block just pushes straight on over the top of these. I found that was the best solution I could think of at the time, and it's worked that well that these will be staying as they are. So that's all we got time for this month. Unfortunately, I still can't do a running session on the layout, as I've had a couple of technical issues which I will go into in the next update. But for now, there will be a video coming out on the progress of the Pico turntable, and also a video on how to wire one of these track cleaning modules and whether it does work or not. So until then, take care for now, and happy modelling, people. Bye bye for now. As these to run these. I didn't need to do that. It's okay. Uh-oh.
Finneton Central. God damn.